Welcome to the channel in this 2,000 point game of Warhammer 40k of Blood Angels versus Orks. As we get towards the end of 9th edition Warhammer 40k, it's becoming a bit confusing of knowing exactly what to play. There are Arcs of Omens, there's Brian Nexuses, there's Tempest of War, there's different ways, there's lots of different ways of playing match play and open play and narrative play Warhammer 40k. But one of the things that they missed from the main rulebook, which I really hope will be back in 10th edition, is basic pickup games that you can just throw down with your friends and have fun. They had them in all of the other editions of Warhammer 40k, and I hope to see a return to them in 10th edition. So with that in mind, we've come up with a very simple scenario here. There are 5 objectives down on the table, and you get a point for each objective that you control at the end of the game, and you'll get an extra D3 points for killing the Warlord. Simple games, easy ways to play Warhammer 40k. That's the one thing I'm hoping will be in 10th edition Warhammer 40k. So we're going to just smash against each other. The green tide against the red and golden and a bit of black tide, and then fall back and try and score these objectives at the end of the game. This is from my new Winter's SEO objective markers. They're from marchofwar.co.uk. Go check them out. Battle mat is from Urban Mats. This battle mat is from Urban Mats. This scenery is from gamemat.eu. Forget where all the other scenery comes from. I've had it for so long. And if you'd like to support me and get loads of extra videos and join my Discord, then consider becoming a tier 3 channel member. Anyway, let's go and have a closer look at these armies. 1 minute, I forgot to introduce you. Say hi, Sultan from Sultan Plays.
Hi, Sultan from Sultan Plays.
Thanks for coming around on such short notice.
That's okay, I'm always available.
So, the other day you said, can I play Dante?
Yes.
Because he's grown up.
I literally did. That's how I said it. I said we were playing Warzone and we were winning. And I said, winners? And you went, yes. And I said, can I play Dante? And you went, yes. And that was it.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Is that the game of Warzone when we won 3 in a row?
Yep.
Let's go and have a look at these armies. And this is 2,000 points of Orks. It's Murphy's War. And Murphy is with us today. Murphy is a war boss in Mega Armor. That means he's got 7 wounds and a super cyborg body for a 4-up invulnerable save, and he halves all damage. His warlord trait is Might is Right. He's mighty and he's righty, which gives him an extra strength and attack. Gets him up to strength 10 base and 6 attacks. And Murphy's War are Goths. That means 6s explode in close combat. No mucking about. They also get +1 strength on the charge, and when the Waaagh is called, they get an extra strength and attack on the charge, and a 5-up invulnerable save on the first turn of the Waaagh, a 6-up invulnerable save on the second turn of the Waaagh. Yes, Murphy is here today, leading a big squad of Goths. We've got some shooter boys over here, 2 massive blobs of 30-man slugger chopper boys with some shooter boys in to the right, and a pain boy up the middle. Pain boys in Orks, they don't pick people up again, but what they do is give them a 6-up shrug. And I have to shout out Den of Imagination Painting Studios, because everything here is painted and based by Den of Imagination. Thank you so much. Following the boys into battle is a massive unit of knobs. There's 2 kill saws, 2 power claws in there, and a chunk of big choppers. They're going to be riding around in a truck. Got a unit of mega knobs, 4 kill saws, 2 power claws in there, and they're going to be in the bone breaker. I've got a kill cannon on top, a couple of big shooters, and this thing has got a custom job, Sultan. It's a fortress on wheels, so it's got a 5-up invulnerable save. And talking about upgrades, I also turned the Gorkanaut into a big Krampus specialist mob. It means it hasn't got the Waaagh thing. The 6s don't explode. He's not part of the clan, but it does mean he's got +1 to hit. So when he's on full profile, he hits on 2s with all of his attacks. That's in close combat, not in shooting. And then when he's on his lowest profile, instead of hitting on 5s, he'll be hitting on 4s. It just, you need that on these things.
If Orks could hit on 2 with shooting, they'd be the best army in the
They
game.
would be the best. The amount of firepower they throw down, if they could hit on 2s and shoot, it'd be glorious. So yeah, a couple of upgrades. 5-up invuln on that one, +1 to hit on that one. And then over on this side, I've got 5 killer cans and a Death Dread running forward, and the Death Dread is all close combat. You'll notice as you look across this army, apart from some shooters and a couple of rockets every now and then, and the kill cannon on there, there's not a lot of shooting at all. This is all about charging forward, screaming Waaagh, and having a jolly, jolly good orky time. And this is 2,000 points worth of the Blood Angels, led by Supreme Commander Dante himself.
Yes.
Remind us what Blood Angels do again, Sultan?
So they get +1 to advance and charge, and +1 to wound on a turn where they charged, got charged, or heroically intervened.
Brilliant. And when the Assault Doctrine is in effect,
they get an extra attack if they charged.
Extra attack as well. And Dante's been upgraded.
Yes.
He's got extra attacks now.
Yeah, so he used to be 6 wounds, 6 attacks. He's now 7 wounds, 7 attacks, which is nice and easy. And his pistol, the Perdition pistol, used to be like a normal Inferno, which is like a little melter pistol thing at 6-inch range. It's now 9-inch range, always does D6 +2, and is like a beam weapon like the Votan have, so it can go through units. But at 9 inches, I'm not sure how many units it's going to go through. No,
maybe not very many, but he has been upgraded since he crossed the Rubicon.
Yes.
This detachment is the one with all the elites in it.
Vanguard.
So you start off with 9, but Dante gets you an extra CP as well.
He does.
And must I say that you've done an excellent job on Dante. That is non-metallic metal that you've done there.
Yeah, it's like slightly cartoony one, because I don't like going too realistic, because that way madness lies.
Is there a video on this on your YouTube channel?
There is not. I painted this one for, well, I say for me, but for us. Because I've always, this is one of the first times ever brought to the channel. When you said here's Dante, I said I'm going to bring him back for you. Okay, so that's it.
Want to talk us through what you got?
Yeah, of course. So Dante's obviously the Warlord.
Yes.
So he has heroic bearing, which adds 3 inches to his auras.
Yes.
And means that within 9 inches, Blood Angels can use his leadership, which is 9.
Okay.
Yeah. So not a fearless army, but a bit stronger in terms of morale.
Yep.
Then we've got Astarath the Grim, who's I think he's the High Chaplain is his title. He knows 4 litanies and can cast 2. So I'm not going to go too much in depth, but he has Massive Doom, which when it comes up is for Death Company. We can discuss it when it happens.
Right.
Litany of Hate, which we all know.
Yep.
I've given him the +1 to charge one, which is the Canticle of Hate, the aura.
Right. And does that stack with their +1 to charge already?
It does. So, but instead of being +2, it would just be
+1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'd be +2 total.
Okay.
I hope that makes sense.
Yes.
And then the other one I've given is Mantra of Strength, because he has it doesn't look like it, but a 3 damage axe. So if he gives himself Mantra of Strength, he's got a 4 damage axe.
4 damage axe.
Yeah, it's
and an extra toughness and an extra attack, and he's already pretty chunky.
He's pretty killy, yes.
Can I interest you with some jump packs with your jump packs?
Yes. So basically, you said bring Dante, and I went, well, I'm doing a full jump pack list, because it's been a while.
Okay.
Yes, this is one of the early lists I used to bring. So we'll start with the red ones.
Okay.
We've got 5 Thunderhammer wielding Vanguard Vets.
Brilliant.
Thunderhammer and Storm Shield.
Yeah.
We've got a 10-man squad that will be combat squadding with Lightning Claws.
Okay, so is that 2 squads of 5 Lightning Claws?
Yeah, the Sergeant will be this Beaky Man's here.
Brilliant, okay.
Then we've got, these are Dawnbringers from Horus Heresy, but I use them as Sanguinary Guard.
Okay.
And these are the ones that normally run around with Rubio, but Rubio can't make it today. Murphy showed up, so Rubio can't make it today.
Yeah.
That's how it works. You can't have too many legends in one place, apart from Dante. We've also got 2 squads of Plasma Jumpy Lads.
2 squads? I see 1.
There's another one over there.
I see 2.
You see 2,
yeah.
Yes. These are 60 points a pop, so they're really expensive at the moment.
Right.
But I don't ever really get to bring them, and I ran out of elite slots.
Okay.
So I had to bring some fast. We've got a big 10-man squad of Death Company.
Yep.
3 Power Fists, 2 Hammers, the rest have Chainswords and Bolt Pistols.
Yes.
And there's also a couple of Inferno pistols involved, which are like Melter pistols. Mm-hmm. And then a big 10-man squad of Sanguinary Guard that cannot be combat squadded. Death Company and Sanguinary Guard can't combat squad.
Right.
So they're going to be running around with, probably going to use swords with this lot, maybe axes, I don't know. Okay. They're all going to have the same weapon for ease, because I can't be dealing with...
Yeah, they're naturally -1 to hit on it as well when you punch them, right? Yeah. Because Orks hit on 3s. If I'm anywhere near Murphy, I'll hit on 2s. Back to these guys hitting on 3s. There's another 5-man squad there.
Oh, yeah, and more gold. Yes.
Right.
They got Power Fists.
I mean, these guys, Stormbringers and them, and 20 Sanguinary Guard, 15 veterans. You don't like me very much, do you?
Well, we read the Arks of Omen book together recently. You showed me some of the cool stories in it that I won't spoil, but there's one moment that I will have to spoil slightly to explain. Dante shows up with the entirety of the Sanguinary Guard.
Yes.
Now, I don't have 25 Sanguinary Guard, I have 20. So I brought 20 and then filled up the rest with veterans. And I thought Astarath never gets fielded, so I thought I'd bring him with some Black Gorns.
So, very, very high quality stuff going on here versus the very, very high quality of the Orks. Let's go on to deployment. And here we are after deployment. The unit of 10 boys on this side, and I've put Mega Knobs on this side and Knobs on the other side, with the massive swarm in the middle, Pain Boy and Murphy, ready to call his war. And there's some Killer Cans and a Death Red. And across the table, you've put the jumpy dudes in reserve. They're all jumpy dudes. The
plasma insect.
Those ones, they're in reserve. There's a Vanguard squad on this flank.
Yep, the one with the sergeant.
Is it? Okay. Yep. Dawnbreakers, Sanguinary Guard.
Yep.
More Sanguinary Guard.
Dante.
More
Sanguinary Guard.
Yes.
The Death Company with Astarath. Vanguards with hammers, and then the second half of the combat squad.
I didn't see them hiding away down there.
That's what they do.
These guys have a free pre-game move at the start.
It's not free, it's Forlorn Fury.
But you're clearly not doing it because you put them back, not right at the front line. Because then they could move 12, and then they can...
Well, I think it's only up to like 6. It's like there's a limit on it and stuff.
Is it?
Yeah.
And to be honest, you can feed a whole unit of Death Company down towards my lines and probably kill something, but then that's an automatic trade. Right, a couple of things. Open play. It's not match play, so normally you can come in from reserves anytime you want to. But I always house rule that you can't come in turn 1.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit broken.
Maybe not
except
turn 5.
rolls.
Given its score at the end of the game, turn 5 seems a bit
okay.
Rough as well.
Reserves have to come in turns 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
I've put my Gorkanaut in reserve in the teleporter. That cost me 2 CP. Any more open play stuff? We're using the match...
Psychic powers and stuff? Is that a thing in
no. We're going to use the balanced data slate, which is for match play, but basically that's because everyone's using it and you've been using it for a while. Okay.
I haven't read the new one.
You haven't read... It hasn't changed anything for Blood Angels. You're good.
Okay, cool. I'm good.
There is one thing about if you jump on an objective, if it's a Space Marine and then leave it, you still control it. But the win conditions for this is if you're on it at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna jump across.
Here and you never get that.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll have all of them. The other thing is the winner of the roll-off can choose whether they want to go first or second. So let's grab a dice. You've got red dice. Good luck after you, sir. That's it. Oh. Well, 5 is pretty close, but it's not a 6. It does mean you can go first if you want to, but remember we score at the very end of the game, so it's also one of those games. So I like these pickup games, because scoring at the very end of the game is quite powerful for the person who goes second, assuming that I've got a few models left then. Anyway, do you know whether you want to go first or second? Do you want to think about it?
Even though I've put these guys in a really silly place, in hindsight, I'm going to go second.
You're going to go second?
These ones are in a really silly place, yeah. But scoring at the end of the game is... When we've played off camera, you've won a couple of times doing that, so I want to do it.
It's a powerful thing. Right, it's Orks, turn 1. And here we are at the very end of Orks turn 1. And I killed something. There was a kill cannon on top of the Bonebreaker. Fired down there, killed one of the Vanguard vets.
A Vanguard vet.
Yeah, blew him in half. There were a couple of rockets and a couple of big shooters that were able to stretch out and... hit all the buildings in front and some of the clouds and some of the birds flying
Those
overhead.
Clouds were looking at them funny.
The clouds were looking at them funny. But typical Orc shooting, plus I don't have very many guns, means I've been able to spread forward. Now, I did do some advancing, but I didn't go all the way forward because that will just give you the opportunity to countercharge me. I'm going to be we're brutal as well as cunning and cunning as well as brutal. I want you to come forward and then me to...
Just what Gork and or Mork wants.
Exactly. And when I declare a Waaagh, remember, I can advance and charge, so they can reach out and touch a bit further than you would expect them to. Anyway, one beaky dead. Let's go on to the red beakies. Turn 1. And here we are after the Blood Angels movement phase. They've split and gone right and left. I like what you said off camera there. It's like in the pre-game, they dropped down in the middle with Dante, and then they went...
Into cover.
Yeah, either side. So we had some advancing over on this side of the battle grid, and you've got a couple of 6s.
Yeah, both Dante and the Hammer Squad.
And I advanced a long way around there towards the Bonebreaker with its massive death roller on the front. And then some advancing around this side, but the Death Company didn't advance, and this company of Vanguard vets, which are quite close to my truck, didn't advance either. There was a litany that went off. One that didn't, one that didn't.
Astarath.
So Mentor of Strength on Astarath.
No litany of hate.
Which is unfortunate, because that would have been reroll all failed hits.
Yeah.
Down in that murder ball down there. I don't know if I really want to go down there.
That's fair.
But at least he's making himself tougher. We have got some shots. There are assault bolters on these Sanguinary Guard, which are in range, firing down at the boys over here. They're hitting on 4s because they're advanced.
Ooh.
And re-rolling everything because Dante said shoot better. That's pretty good shooting.
Pretty damn good, yeah.
See, the unfortunate thing is I'm an Orc.
So,
5s to wound.
Yeah.
It will go straight through my armour though. They're special Anki-jealous. Oh, bolt
there's
guns.
a couple.
How many is that? 6?
6.
6. I've got a pain boy back there, so I need 6s.
Boom.
And 5 die. So 5 boys got lit up in this squad over here. That is, in fact, the end of the shooting phase. We have a charge phase coming on. Vanguard veterans, +1 to charge because you're a blood angel.
Yeah.
Okay, a cheeky 6. Here we go.
That's a no.
That's a 5. Would you like to CP reroll that?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
I haven't spent it on much.
They're
now
6.
in, yeah.
They get
These guys have an 11 with their +1 to charge.
Right, okay.
So they're going to try. No,
No,
they're not.
Death Company not in. Vanguard vets go in unsupported and engage that truck of knobs.
It's a truck full of knobs.
It's a truck full of knobs.
It never gets old, does it?
5 Vanguard veterans, 25 attacks.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, 3s to hit. Toughness high, but forced to wound because you're a blood angel, and lightning claws allow for all the rerolls.
That's better.
10-6 up saves. I've got 10 wounds.
Should be fine.
I need to make a 6.
See, there you go.
There's a 6. The truck is a 1 wound remaining. It'll try and rev its engines and run one over. It didn't run any over. The engine stalled out. The grot driver has ground the gearbox down into dust. That is the end of Blood Angel's turn 1. We're about to go into Orks turn 2. And Murphy's going to declare a war! Here we are after the Orc movement phase and shooting phase. I didn't kill anyone. The Mega Knobs advancing outside of the big battle wagon here to go charging in. That should be a pretty easy charge because Orcs have, here we go. They can re-roll charges. Round this side, the Knobs who were in the truck got out. Yeah, there's loads of Orcs.
I didn't realise quite how many there were there.
It's a big blob of 30.
I was standing over here and there's some buildings in the way and I just walked round. Oof.
It's a party,
it's
okay?
Exciting.
There's a war called. We go charging in. It's going to be lovely. That unit of Vanguard vets that came all the way forward are looking a bit exposed now. They're going to get mobbed by 30 boys.
Might be some trouble.
There might be some trouble there. So hopefully I better wipe out this unit of Vanguard vets. And then the Knobs will go into something over here as well. And those Mega Knobs go in to something over there. It leaves me open to lots of counter charges from the Blood Angels all over the place. But I need to try and kill as many of them as I can before they really get their teeth stuck in. You'll notice I left the Gorkanaut off because you got some jumpy boys off.
Yes.
I don't know where they're landing and what pain they're going to bring me yet.
Oh.
And I feel like I don't need the big Gork, the Mork, the what.
I know exactly where they're going to go.
So yeah, shooting phase done. I think I mentioned that. Some large banning noises. So let's make some charges. I'm going to charge everyone here. Because because I don't really want to, but they want to.
Yeah.
So they end up there. The big squad needs a pretty good charge to try and get, because I want to get as many fight in as possible.
That's a pretty.
That's a 10. That's a pretty good charge. We have them surrounded. Couldn't get as many, all of them in as I wanted to anyway. So there's a little train going back to say hi to Murphy and the pain boy over here. Meanwhile, the Mega Knobs, we're going through terrain. I don't want to fail, so we're not going to multi-charge. We're just going to get those cowardly beakies, those Vanguard vets, hiding behind the rock there. And I'm going to need 7 because of the terrain. That's a 9. So the Mega Knobs come slamming into the Vanguard vets, and you're spending a CP on unbridled
Ardour.
That's the one.
That's the one. It means that Sanguinary Guard act like characters and heroically intervene.
Brilliant.
They're defending their brothers. And Dante says, go and do that.
But we've got Mega Knobs here. Mega Knobs can take it, I think. Right. And they've got 3 wounds. So I'm aware that you can pay to interrupt.
Yes.
So I'm going to start the fight phase over here with these knobs. And I'm going to spend 2 CP. You know, Golf's 6 is exploding close combat?
Yes.
Their clan stratagem for 2 CP is 5s and 6s explode in close combat. Right. I'm looking, Sultan, and I can't figure out the best way to attack all of this. So I'm going to be Orky, right? The ones closest to
the Death Company.
Astaroth. These 2 are lit him.
Okay.
These 4 are lit the black beakies. These 4 are lit the golden bleakies. Does that sound like a plan?
It sounds like a plan. My part of the plan then is refusal to die. The Death Company don't want to die. So 2 CP because it's a 10-person squad. And they'll have a 5 up feel no pain.
All right.
Instead of a 6.
Let's fight.
Yes.
All right, war has been called, so extra attack. This is the Killsaw dude on Astaroth, which will hit on 4s, everything hit. And right now his strength a bajillion because of the Waaagh. He'll wound on 2s. Everything wounds Astaroth. He needs to make a chunk of 4 up and vulnerable saves. Okay. Each of these does D3 damage, Sultan.
Come on, Astaroth.
Oh dear.
I'm going to command point one. I'm burning through my command points now. No.
Okay. This is 3d3 wounds,
Do you know how many wounds he's
on
got?
Astrath.
He's only got 5 wounds.
He's only got 5 wounds, and now he's dead.
I'm going to do only in death.
Now he's dead. Get the beaky out of here.
Only in death.
Only in death?
Yes.
You're spending a lot of CP all of a sudden.
Yeah, but it means he might kill a few because he's got a 4 damage axe.
Okay. Right, so we'll do only in death now, but technically this happens all at the same time because all my boys are hitting your boys, and when he dies, he hits back as well.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's got an extra attack because of mantra strength, so let's see what he does.
So he's got 6 attacks.
Yes.
He hits on 2s.
Yes. Oh, okay.
He is dead.
He is dead, right. And his strength is? The extra strength. You were just over there.
I wasn't looking, no.
Strength 6, so +1 to wound, wounding on a 2s, and the AP.
Sorry. -3.
-3. They have a 3-up save, so I don't get a save.
You get a 6-up with -3.
I know. I got the Waaagh save. I've got the 5-up invulnerable save. How many was it? 5. So each failed save will kill one. Astrath takes out 3 as he gets clubbed down, and the other guy was fighting him as well. Right, we'll do these 4 fellas into the Death Company. Kill saw, claw, big choppers. So here's the kill saws. That's really cockler. Yeah. 2 hits, 2s to wound. 2 wounds. AP -4.
So just how much damage?
D3. So the first one and the second one. So I do 3 damage and then 2 damage.
5-up shrugs. Kills 1.
Yes.
And then 2 damage.
Yes.
Kills 1.
Kills 2.
So 2
then the claw. There's the claw in this squad. And he hits twice. This will wound on 2s. You need 6-up saves for this.
So 6s. No. How much damage?
2 damage.
Okay, so first one, 5-up shrugs, lives. And then second, 5-up shrugs, dies.
Okay, so that's 3 down so far. And now we're on to big choppers. The biggest of the choppers. Hitting on 3s. Now, normally strength 7, but wow. Strength 8. So winning on 2s. And these are all -1, 2 damage on the Death Company. So that is 6 4-up saves.
And fail 3.
And then 2 damage a time.
So first one, dead. Second one, dead. And the third one, dead.
This is a really successful fight phase.
Yeah.
Only 4 Death Company remain, but wait, it gets worse. We've got all the big choppers here, hitting the Sanguinary Guard, but you're -1 to hit because you've got the Death Mask stuff. So 4s and 2s, and then they're -1. But those guys will have Artificer armor, right?
So 3-up saves now, yeah.
Yeah, so 9. 3-up saves.
3-ups. How much damage are these?
2.
So you kill 2.
So, before we do the remainder of the fight back here, Sultan is spending 2 more CP to interrupt 1 more time, and the Sanguinary Guard are going to try and cut down the Meganorms.
Yes.
They all have Carmine blades, so hitting on 2s.
Rerolling because of Dante.
Okay. Which is useful.
Yes.
Strength 5 versus Toughness 5. Normally 4s, but 3s because you're a Blood Angel.
Yeah, no rerolls here though.
And these are -3. 2 damage. I need to make 14 5-up saves now. Fortunately, Meganobs have
3 wounds each?
3 wounds each. So that's 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead. Wow. There's 2 left, and one of them is on 1 wound. Okay, 2 Meganobs left. 3 attacks each, +1 attack each because they've got a pair of kill saws, +1 attack each because of the Waaagh.
You're counting like a Blood Angel.
I know. Just 2 guys, 10 attacks.
Hitting the Vanguard vets?
Hitting the Vanguard vets, those are the ones we charged on 4s. That's really good. And because of the Waaagh, we're actually strength 12 right now.
Yeah.
And they're AP -4.
So they're dead.
Yes. Each of these does D3 damage, so you might be alive.
Oh, go on then.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. They're all dead. I'll wipe them out. Then we pile in to the Flappy Beakies. That's 1 unit of Vanguard vets dead. Now we're coming over here to this massive mob of boys which want to hit these Vanguard veterans. So boys, they've all got Slugger Choppers. So 2 attacks, plus Waaagh, plus Chopper.
And how many are fighting?
78, I think, a lot. Right, we worked it out. 76 attacks. I'm hitting on 2s because of Murphy over there. And they're all,
Strength, what,
strength 5.
So 3s to wound, -1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Counting up all the wounds that came through. I rolled to hit, I rolled to wound off camera because...
I was willing just to pick them up.
40 plus wounds came through. You need 4s.
They're dead. They've got to be, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, we all like
6,
rolling
7.
big numbers of dice.
To be fair, if they'd been a 10-man squad, they'd have lived.
Yeah.
That's quite impressive.
But they're not.
But they're not.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. I've got meat in my tummy and I'm going to turn it into
This
poo.
started when I brought my sisters and it's never left.
Both units of Vanguard vets are dead. Brown bread. Now we're coming back here where the Sanguinary Guard and the Death Company are going to try and finish off my knobs. 2 left with Power Fists.
So 4s.
Yes. And 3s. I'm top of
2s
5.
because I'm Blood Angels.
Oh, yeah.
-3.
Right, so 5 up and vulnerable saves.
Yeah.
For the Waaagh. I lose 3 more. There's 3 left. Now it's hammer time. On 4s.
Not so good.
Only 3 this time. 2s
And
to wound.
2s.
5 up and vulnerable saves.
Yeah.
There's 1 left for the Sanguinary Guard. Oh no, there's 2 left. 2 left for the Sanguinary Guard to do what Sanguinary Guard do. And there was 2 left. You would have killed 5. This is the Sanguinary Guard come piling through. So at the end of Orks, turn 2. That's not bad. I've traded out a unit of knobs for Astrath and a bunch of Death Company and things like that. You're going to need to make morale on them unless you want to spend 2 CP.
The thing is, they're really killy.
I know.
So they'll have fight.
But they pass on a 1-2 right now. Can you roll low? I can roll low. Or do you want to spend another 2 CP?
I do want to save the CP.
Okay.
Come on, here we go.
Okay.
1-2. Space Marines. They know fear. They know fear.
One of them buggers off.
So the hammer goes.
And then don't roll any more 1s.
3 1s and 2s because
Yeah.
they're low. So
no, not on 2s. They're Space Marines. And they shall know no fear. You only lose them on 1s. So you only lose 1 more.
I'm still of the opinion I shouldn't lose any.
Now,
but there we go.
Over here, Mega Knobs. Their leadership 7. I lost 4. So I need a 1, 2, 3. I can roll low. I don't roll low.
Oh dear.
One of them flees. And then the last guy, he's gone as well.
Okay. So we trade.
So I've lost both my knobs and my mega knobs for a unit of 2 units of Vanguard vets. And also hurting the
Really
Death
hurt
Company
Death
over
and
there.
taking Astrath.
And taking Astra. I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah.
But they are my choppiest units. All I have left is a unit of boys, which were here, that jumped inside the Bonebreaker. A big swarm of boys and the Stompy Robots of Doom. And of course, a big Stompy Robot of Doom still in reserve, ready to stomp his way in. Are we going to go on a Blood Angels turn 2?
Yeah.
While the green tide surges across the battlefield, screaming their Waaagh, the Blood Angels respond. Dante moving up here with a unit with hammers and a unit of Sanguinary Guard, and it looks like they're going to go into the Killer Cans. And it looks like the Dawnbreakers, the other Sanguinary Guard, are going to go into the Bonebreaker. They got +1 to hit within range of Dante, and Dante gives reroll hit rolls of 1 as well. Which one did he point out to reroll all hits?
Hammers.
Hammers, you really want the cans dead.
Yes.
And why the jumpy dudes jumped in?
To shoot at the Death Dread.
Death Dread. Coming in at the Death Dread. And the other unit are staying off for now.
Yeah, because Murphy is over there.
Talking about over here, the 2 remaining Death Company in the Sanguinary Guard, the only way that they're going forward is forward. I said that wrong.
The only choice is forward.
The only choice is, that's what I meant to say. Opening up the shooting phase, 2 Infernal Pistols going straight into the Orks.
3s.
Both of them hit.
2. 3s again, sorry. No.
Don't even move. And then you've got a bunch of Angelus Bolters.
Yeah.
And the Bolters will all hit on 3s.
Yes.
And win on 5s. Forcing 6 saves. I have my Waaagh 5 up and vulnerable save. Then there's a Pain Doc all the way around here, giving out sweeties. And they were the wrong sweeties. They had no drugs in, just a bit of candy. And he killed 4 of them. We move from the right flank over to the centre where the Killer Cans are getting lit up by the Sanguinary Guard, which all have plasma pistols.
Yes.
And they're hitting on 2s because they're next to Dante. And re-rolling 1s because that's what Dante does.
Yeah.
And they're wounding on 3s. And in the end, just 2 wounds? 2 6-up saves.
5 ups, right?
No, it's only on core and character they get the thing. And these are grots in cans. Anyway, one of them is down to 3 wounds remaining. And there's a Perdition pistol.
Perdition from Dante.
Dante
Hits on
himself.
a 2.
Yes.
And it'll wound on a 3. And it's -4.
Okay, no
D6
save.
+2.
Is it?
Yeah,
Wow.
so it kills one, right?
It definitely kills one. One of the cans goes and doesn't blow up, which would have been very embarrassing.
Imagine if it had blown up Dante's my first ever shot with Dante.
Yeah, kaboom.
Yeah.
More shots.
Grenade?
You going to chuck a grenade?
Yeah.
Granada hits. Wounds on a. That's
That's
at -1. I make the save, and then you've got 6 D3 shots coming down into the Death Dread. That was the plan, right?
They're overcharging.
Okay.
So prepare for some death.
Okay.
This is how many shots.
3s to hit.
No one died.
No one died.
They were re-rolling 1s, but that's good. I don't have to.
Okay. Strength 8. Toughness less than 8.
3s.
It's the tactical doctrine. They're assault weapons, so that is AP -4, 2 damage, which is 12 damage. They one-shot the Death Dread. And that doesn't blow up either. That just crumples and melts under the weight of the plasma fire. So the Sanguinary Guard on the left flank out into the wilds, they're not going to bother shooting at the Tonk.
It's a big tank.
Well, you're also winning on 6s. Instead, you're going to shoot into the killer cans, try and soften one up.
2s, re-rolling 1s, because they're in range of the Warlord. Ooh. There we go.
Okay.
And then 5s, right?
5s to wound.
Yeah.
AP -2.
That's not bad.
That is 6 wounds.
Look how many 6s there are.
6 5-up saves. Another one bites the dust there. 4 wounds each. Does it blow? It doesn't blow. We haven't had any explosions yet. I like explosions. I should keep that one because that's a flame. Nah, sod it. I'll pull it away. I think that's the end of your shooting phase.
It is.
You've killed a Death Dread. You've killed 2 killer cans. You've killed a chunk of boys.
For Blood Angels, that's a pretty good shooting phase.
It is. And now the Blood Angels charge. In the centre, the hammers are charging the killer cans. And they're easily in there. And the Sanguinary Guard are trying to get in as well.
Sorry, they're trying to get into the...
Are they?
Well, yeah, because they're power fists.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't measured. So sorry. That's an 8 becomes a 7.
Okay.
Come on, lads.
That's a 6.
6. Oh, +1 to charge, though. Oh, no, that's already with the +1 to charge.
Yeah.
I might come back to them. I'm going to put them there. Might come back.
Well, you have to do the re-roll now.
Oh, do I?
That's the thing. If you're re-rolling it, you're re-rolling it now.
Okay, I'm re-rolling it now. They are in.
Oh, they make it.
They're in. Dante's going to go in there.
Okay.
He is 7?
7 into killer cans.
It's 8 away.
Well, then he's in.
Yeah, he's in. Okay, I thought he'd failed his first charge.
And then these guys over here into the big truck of doom. They make it. Right, everyone makes some charges. Let's move some models and see how it looks over on this flank. Crump, you go smashing in. And then around this side of the battle grid, you can't really fail the charges. You rolled a 12 on the Sanguinary Guard.
Yeah.
You could jump them a long way in if you wanna.
I mean, Murphy will come and kick him next turn, won't he? So
yes.
I think we'll just hit him from the front. It's okay. I just wanted to see how far they'd go.
Right, in the fight phase, we're actually going to start down here because there's a lot of boys to get through and you don't want me paying interrupt with this big mob down here. And you're going to start with the Sanguinary Guard. 32 attacks? 36 attacks on charge.
32.
32.
Yeah.
3s to hit.
No rerolls.
Big pile of axes in this squad, so they win on 2s.
Normally would kill on 2s, but...
17 wounds come through. 17 5+ invulnerable saves. Feel no pain. And it's 2 damage, so that 6 needs to be a 6 again, which it's not. So you killed 10. You killed 10 of them. Mm-hmm. Consolidating here with the Golden Boys. I tried to pull far enough away so the Death Company can't get in there, but they will be able to get in there after I pay to interrupt. So I could go with the Killer Cans, or I could go with the Death Roller, but I feel like the Grots would definitely have a go first. They got a rule called Scrag-It, which means if there's 3 or more, they get an extra attack. So I got 12 attacks.
Who are they hitting?
They're going to hit... Well... your Warlord, I guess. I guess I have to hit your Warlord, right?
Do they want to do like a... Hello, Golden Beaky. Beaky, what's
He's
it?
-1 to hit, though, right? He's going to be 5s to hit, because they normally hit on 4s. So let's just hit the Vanguard Vets.
Well, I can spend a CP to make it hit him.
Can you?
Yeah.
A CP
Angel
to...
Sacrifice.
Really?
Yeah, you can do that.
Well, I don't want to hit him because I hit on 4s
Just
normally.
because you don't want to hit him, I'm doing it.
You're spending a CP.
It's spiteful. It's
but their claws, they're 3 damage a time.
It's Dante, he wants to die. Do you know how old he is?
He does want to die. Yeah, he's had enough.
He's had enough. This is narrative. Kill me.
All right. 5s to hit him.
5 hits.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits
Ooh.
on Dante.
This could have been a mistake.
This is going to wound him on 2s.
Good luck.
Drop dice don't count. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Command point. I wound him 6 times.
6 times.
6 4-up invulnerable saves, and each one of these does 3 damage. Does he get ripped apart by killer cans? That'd be embarrassing. He gets ripped apart by killer cans.
Well,
that's
3
9
have to get
damage.
Through. He has 7 wounds.
Yeah.
So if I CP that,
Yeah.
and he lives,
Yeah.
He lives.
He
He
lives.
has one wound left.
If he hadn't
I
crossed,
just want to die.
if he hadn't crossed the Primaris Rubicon, he'd have been slaughtered.
Yeah.
But that extra wound, keeping him alive. Right, Dante's angry. He's hitting back first. He hits on 2s. And he's a Blood Angel, so he's wounding on 2s instead of 3s. And I'm going to need some 6s. How many did you get?
6.
I did 6 to you. You did 6 to me. I need to make some 6-up saves. I make 2.
These are only 2 damage though.
Are they? So that's 1 dead killer can and 1 on 3 wounds remaining. The dead one
No! He blows up and kills Dante.
blows up and kills Dante. The golden beaky on his golden throne couldn't save you there, son, could he? Right, let's punch back for Sanguinius, for the Emperor, and for Dante.
We're not re-rolling anything anymore, so this is going to be interesting.
Well, he told them to re-roll everything in the command phase.
But then he died.
But
So
he
all
told
the
them-
auras end, don't they?
But it's not an aura, it was a command. Let's check the book. Yep, they've been ordered. It's until the start of the next command phase. So they're swinging all their hammers on 4s and re-rolling everything. Their commander may be crippled beside them, but he's still saying, hit better, hit better.
And they do.
Would win on 3s, but winning on 2s, you're a Blood Angel. 11 wounds came through, 5-up saves. They're definitely dead. Does this one blow up? No. Does that one blow up? No. So it turns out the only explosion that I had was the only explosion that mattered. The one that took out Commander Dante.
He's still a hero. He did that to save his men, who then murdered everything they touched.
Yeah. Well, you've got through that big squad of killer cans and the Death Dread there, but at what cost? At what cost?
I think he has plot armor.
Well, we've got a bunch of Sanguinary Guards.
Yeah, these guys are now, instead of hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s for the fists, they're now hitting on 4s, re-rolling nothing.
Brilliant.
So this is going to be interesting.
So yeah, this is the unit all with fists. So 4s. Strength 8, toughness 8, but 3s to wound. Only 4 wounds came through. 4.
-3.
5-up and vulnerable saves because it was a custom job. Doesn't help me. Ramshackle doesn't kick in either because it's strength 8. So that's 8 damage off of it. It's half dead. It's only got 8 wounds left. And now the unit with swords can strike out it. And these swords hit on 3s. And wound on 4s because you're a Blood Angel.
But these will be ramshackle.
Yeah, but Ramshackle will kick in because it would normally be 2 damage a time. 11 5-up and buns because these are Fortress on Wheels. You know, I said he's got 8 wounds left.
Yeah.
You wipe them out.
Watch him blow up though.
I hope so. Doesn't blow up.
How many guys inside?
There is 10 fellas inside who jumped in it after the Meganobs jumped out, thinking it would be
regretting that
safe.
decision.
Thinking they'd be very safe.
Definitely regretting that decision.
3 of them died in the explosion.
Dear.
So at the end of that combat, the boys are wondering where their Bonebreaker, where the truck had gone. It was nice and safe and warm for a moment. Anyway, over on this flank, the Death Company pile in. Hit the boys.
4 hits.
4 hits.
And then
3 to wound.
2s. Papists.
Pavis, so yeah, +1. You're a Blood Angel.
Yes.
5-up invulnerable saves 4 times.
Oh, nice. And then Pain Boy.
Only kill 1. Yeah, but they're power fists. You only kill 1. Right, now we're going to pile in and fight back. Okay, the boys pile in. I'm spending that 2 CP on the golf stratagem again. Forget what it's called. 5s and 6s explode.
It's a good one.
Yep, it is a good one. And we've got 5 guys hitting Death Company, 6 guys hitting Sanguinary Guard. Here's the 5 into the Death Company on 2s because Murphy will crack their heads in if they don't hit. And look at them. They all hit. Then 3s at AP -1. 10 4-up saves, but there's only 2
I'm going to
left.
spend a CP on refusal to die because it's annoying.
Okay,
So-
is that the feel no pain?
Yeah.
Brilliant. 4s?
So I fail quite
Oh dear.
I
You only
fail.
passed 1.
Oh dear. This might have been a bad mistake. 5-ups, they're dead.
They're gone.
They
They're
made more
gone.
5-ups than they did 4s.
The Death Company are gone. And now, got all these dice. Hitting Sanguinary Guard. 3s to hit them because they're shiny masks. And 3s to wound with all my choppers. The Golden Beakies need 13 3-up saves. Each doing 1 damage.
Kills 1, injures 1.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. And that is the end of the fight phase. What an absolutely brutal turn. 2 turns in, and I've got these guys here, which are just boys with Murphy and the Pain Boy. And almost nothing left.
I miss
Just
Dante.
these guys over here. And in return, you've lost Astrath and Dante.
Well, Astrath died a little while back. He basically wasn't here.
I do have a morale test to take with these boys over here. And yeah, they fail. And then the remaining guys will flee.
On ones though, right?
On ones. Okay, so just one more disappears. So there's a unit of 6 guys there. They were supported by some Mega Knobs and a Bone Breaker, but that's completely gone. They're
Things
out
I need to kill you.
in the what?
I don't have OBSEC.
You don't have OBSEC?
There's nothing in this army with OBSEC.
Well, you're doing a pretty good job.
That's what I mean. My entire plan was blend. Except to pulse.
I think the time is right to call in the Gorkanaut.
No.
Miraculous Orky technology will fizz and bang as we go on to Orks, turn 3. Alright, here we are after the boys' movement phase. These boys have taken a couple of steps back. I thought about going charging in, but no, you're going to have to kill them in your turn. They're an OBSEC unit, they could jump on that objective at the end of the game, potentially. So they can take a couple of steps back. They're going to be cunning as well as brutal and shoot you full of lead. And every single shot will hit, because we're Orks, we believe it. It won't. But we'll give it a go. Murphy and the Payboy coming this way, because that's where most of the boys are, the Beaky boys. These guys, the intelligent thing to do would be to back down from close combat, because the Gorkanaut has popped in there, and then I could shoot all the Sanguinary Guard in the back. That's the intelligent thing to do.
I don't think it is.
But we're Orks.
I think the intelligent thing to do is do exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because I don't get all my pluses to attack.
Don't you?
I get +1 on the Shock Assault and a +1 for Savage Echoes now. So if I can keep me locked up, you reduce me to 3 attacks on the Sanguinary Guard.
So it is intelligent.
It is intelligent. It's brutal and cunning.
I like it. We've got some pistols. Over here, we're going to slug some sluggers in to the Beaky boys with the shields. They will
like
get
20 of them.
Well, it's only 12-inch range, so this number of shots, which hit on 5s. Look, 2 of them hit. And one of them actually wounded, but you get 2 up saved because of storm shields. And you make it. Okay, so that happened. Murphy has a gun as well.
It's probably a big gun.
It's a big dacky gun of doom. It's a big shooter. Hits on 5s. He hits twice. Wounds on 3s. Wounds once. Another 2 up save.
Yay.
Okay, the storm shields locked together. Then we're coming over here. This is the last thing left to shoot. Shooter boys into one of the squads. Shooters. Hit on 5s. 3 hits this time. Winning on 4s. A wound and their Sanguinary Guard. So another 2 up save. Okay, so no wounds caused whatsoever in the shooting phase, but lots of loud banging noises. That's how the boys like it. I need to check the range on the Gorkanaut, because there might be some shots actually that can hit the guys on the wall over there. In his left fist, the Death Storm Mega Shooter. 20 shots at this range. 5s to hit. It's really good shooting for an Orc. Can I wound on 3s? I can wound 4 times. They're all -1, so 4 up saves.
Make 2, fail 2. How much damage?
1 damage each.
So 1's on a wound.
Okay, and then there is a twin big shooter in a left fist, which is only 6 shots at this range and hits twice, and wounds once, a 3 up save, sir.
Yes.
You make it. Okay, so at the end of the shooting phase, I did do some wounds. 2 wounds on a Beaky over here, but didn't kill it. Right, now we're going to charge. This squad go charging in to the hammers.
No.
That's a 7-inch charge. They'll go flying in there. And then I'm going to spend 2 CP on ramming speed, which means instead of rolling 2 dice on the charge, the Gorkanaut can roll 3 dice on the charge and discard the lowest. And that's a 10-inch charge.
The lucky last 5 there, yeah.
The other thing about it is as soon as it makes the charge, you roll a dice, and on the 2, it can do impact hits, mortal wounds.
Go on then.
So let's see if I run one over on the way in. Yes, I do. And I think it's D3.
Okay, well, 1's definitely dead.
That's 1. Okay, we can do a smash attack or the big chompy attack. I'm going to do the smash attack because it does 2 damage. Would be hitting on 2s because of the upgrade, but your big shiny faces, your clown faces, put me off. So I'm hitting on 3s with 15 attacks because it's the sweet version. That's pretty good. And we wound on 2s. -2, 2 damage. So all of these are 4 up saves. You can use my dice if you want. They're lovely.
No.
7, 4 up saves on the Sanguinary Guard.
Come on, lads.
Ooh, only killed 2. So there's 4 golden beakies remaining. You have 1 command point left. You can't pay to interrupt. So we're coming around here for the charge of the boys. Look how disciplined we are when there's an Orc war boss nearby. All of these fellas can attack. Now, I've still got 4 CPs left. So let's spend those 2 CPs on 5s and 6s. Explode one more time. I'll actually check the name. Unbridled Carnage. All right, 74 attacks came in, hitting on 2s, 5s and 6s exploding, wounding on 3s. You're picking up all the wounds.
This is the choppiest thing in your army.
It is. Just a big squads of boys, honestly. They're the key. But you got storm shields, so 3 up saves.
Ah!
Each doing 1 damage. Oh, that looks bad.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's the squad.
5. Hold on. 6.
Yes. Yes.
I knocked one as well, so 7.
That's the
7
squad.
would have died. It's exactly the same as last time. 7 would have died.
Your boys do not consolidate any further. They just start scooping bits of brain and meat out of the hallowed armour of the Space Marines and shoving it down their gobs. It's a nice light snack when you're on the job, when you're busy crumping onions. Now we're coming over here to the Sanguinary Guard and the Death Company fighting back against this mob of boys. Right, going with the Sanguinary Guard first. I charge you. Savage Echo kicks in again. One of them is hitting the Gorkanaut on 3s. And you're wounding on 4s because you're a Blood Angel.
Wound twice, -4 now.
-4, I don't get a save. But it's less than
2
strength
damage.
8.
Yeah.
So instead of 4 damage, that becomes 2 damage. 22 wounds left.
Yep.
And then we've got the 15 attacks hitting the boys.
Yeah.
Breeze. And 2s with the axes. 9 come through, 6 up and vulnerable save.
Nice.
I lose 7 of them.
Ooh.
Then it is a 6 up save on the Gorkanaut, we remembered, so we'll do that now.
You get one.
Oh, okay.
So you have
So
23 wounds left.
Yeah. And then a chunk of these boys fall over. Where'd the Death Company go?
I'm pretty. They died. I remember rolling for him.
Yeah?
And then I just must have forgotten to take him away because we walked over there and Dante blew up or something.
It seems like such a long time ago.
It does.
Okay, so Death Company are gone.
Yeah.
The boys then will surround your Sanguinary Guard.
Yes.
So
Do you still get +1 attack even though you didn't charge, or?
I've got +1 strength and +1 attack for the duration of the Waaagh.
Okay.
We pile in. We smack them on 4s. That was really good hitting, but can I wound?
Yeah.
On 3s? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. -1. They normally have 2 up saves. 3 up saves.
11.
I did good. 2. 2 die.
2 die.
2 fall over.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Sorry. There we go.
Yes. And that is the end of...
I have a command point. I'll spend it because it's the difference between 5 attacks or not.
Okay, you got 1 CP.
It didn't work.
It didn't help.
Yeah. Dante died. That's it. It's all gone to shit.
Right. Morale test on the boys. Of course they fail.
Oh dear.
They're definitely less than half now. So I don't want to roll any 1s and 2s. And of course I roll 4 more 1s and 2s, leaving only 2 boys remaining.
Hey, we're even.
You have a morale test on the Sanguinary Guard though, because you lost 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 4, maybe 5.
So leadership 9. 8.
They're okay.
Yeah.
That would have been really embarrassing if they'd have failed morale. So we've got 2 boys holding up 2 Sanguinary Guard now down this end, which are no longer engaged with the Gorkanaut and a truck on 1 wound. Apart from that, I've got a massive swarm of boys, Murphy and a Pain Boy. Having said, oh, and a unit of 6 over there. Yeah. But all you've got is 2 units of Sanguinary Guard, some jumpy dudes over here, and some more Inceptors that could jump in turn 3 if you want to. This has got to be the most brutal game of Warhammer 40k I've played in years as we go to Blood Angels turn 3. And so, out in the wilds, these unit of Orks stay very quiet as the Sanguinary Guard move round to get some shots into them before, no doubt, they go charging into the big swarm of boys. The jumpy boys that were here last turn have moved over, and they're going to throw shots in as well. And the second unit of jumpy boys are feeling lucky. They think they can snipe Murphy in the back. There's no point in overcooking your guns, though, because he's got a super cyborg body and reduces all damage by 1. So you're just going to have to do it with straight shots. And there is a Pain Boy nearby. But if you manage to pull it off, you will manage to remove Murphy. Not for the first time.
Probably not the last.
Probably not the last. Where would you like to start the shooting phase?
5 plasma pistols in here.
5 plasma pistols. Out here.
3s.
On 3s.
No overcharge.
Okay. Yeah, they all hit.
You sure?
Yeah. They wound on 3s. That would be 4 dead, but it is the second part of the Waaagh, so I get 6 up and guns. No, it's 4 dead. There's 2 remaining. Are you going to shoot them with this squad as well?
Yes.
Okay. And that squad get utterly wiped out. So now we're coming on to the plasma intercept the jumpy dudes there got blast guns.
Yeah.
This is a big squad.
Yes.
So 6 shots each, 18 shots coming down. Hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
And wounding on 3s. Drop 8. 6 up invulnerable saves. And then 6 feel no pains. 5 of them get wiped out. After Plasma rains into the squad of boys, Plasma is going to rain into Murphy's back. 63 shots.
Here we go.
Good luck.
Ooh, it's a mixed bag.
And you're hitting on 3s. Strength 7, toughness 6, wounding on 3s.
Uh-oh.
And he's got 7 wounds and only 5 came through. And a 4 up invulnerable save.
Uh-oh.
He makes every single save. He is howling. He is mad. He is Murphy. Okay, that's the end of the shooting phase.
Yeah.
You have wiped out another unit, though. Are you charging?
Yeah, I'll...
It'd be rude not to. The Dawnbreakers, into the boys.
Big one.
That's the big one. They get in there. Are the Golden Boys around the corner going to try and charge in as well?
100%.
Okay, this is a 5 with the +1, and that's a 7. They go flying in there as well. 2 units of Sanguinary Guard. Would you like to feed your Inceptors to Murphy?
I think we're going to try to Pain Boy.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm just going to check what Hammer of Wrath does.
On 4s, well, everything that exceeds my toughness when you go flying in there does. Yeah. Well, I think it's equal or exceeds. You're going to need 5s and 6s to wound them when you go in. You'll have 3 dice.
But he's not as tough, is he? So I'm thinking of.
Basically got 6 up save, that guy. He has got power claw.
I'm going to charge him and see him get round here. I know Murphy will probably come in.
All right, 8-inch charge. You're a blood angel. Feed me.
And
Feed
the 1
me.
CP for Hammer of Wrath.
This is a terrible idea, Solon.
It is.
Well, Hammer of Wrath, if you're doing it now because it happens in the charge phase. So 5s.
It would have been 2.
What's that one? That's a 5.
Yeah.
There's a 5 under there.
6 up shrug. Oh!
I shrug it.
Beautiful.
I deny you. Now we fight. At the end of the charge phase, you shot him in the back. He's definitely going to pile in. We're starting with a red Sanguinary Guard into the big mob of boys on 3s. And then 3s to wound with your swords. 13, 6+ invulnerable saves. And then there's a Pain Boy. All of these do 2 damage. So I'm looking for 6s, and then I need to re-roll that.
Lucky
and I get a 6. Okay, so I lose 10? At the end of the combat, it looks like this. I pulled from that side, so even after you pile in with your Sanguinary Guard, that's all the attacks that you can get on the mob. So we're coming down here to the Inceptors, attacking my Pain Boy. And they hit on 3s. Strength 4, toughness 5, but 4s to wound.
Ooh.
Oh dear. The thing is, he's only got a 6 up save.
He's a -1.
And he's only got 4 wounds. So you've got a good chance of wiping him out.
Oh, just about.
If I fail every single one of my sweetie saves, because he took plenty of Panadol.
It was -1, wasn't it? So it went through.
Well, he's the invuln.
Of course,
The invuln. And these are the feel no pains. He feels the pain, and the Pain Boy gets taken out. That leaves Murphy. He's angry. He's got 5 attacks, +1 for Might is Right, +1 for the Waaagh. And he hits you with his huge chopper and his claw fist there on 2s. And because of the Waaagh, you strength 10, toughness 5, wounding on 2s. Then -3, 2 damage. 6 up save.
You've had all the 6s this game.
Yep.
I have 1.
That kills 1, 2, 1's on 1 wound remaining. You survive the fight back from Murphy's Waaagh. Okay, so the boys will hit the Sanguinary Guard. 1 minute, you already fought here, so we're going to go over here to the boys fighting Sanguinary Guard. Dual big choppers on the knob, and the other fella there, I'm hitting you on 4s because of your shiny faces of doom.
This happened before, Murphy.
And yes, this happened before, Murphy, thank you. And this is 3s to wound, 2 wounds, just 2 wounds.
Fine.
And you make it.
Cool.
You can fight back now.
You carry on.
Right, you would have killed 5 boys. There were only 2 remaining. You slaughtered them. You consolidate into the truck. Now we come over here. Back to the mob, which are back to hitting on 2s, which is 3s, because if you're...
Yeah.
What is it called? Death Mask of something?
Death Mask.
Yeah. 3s to hit. 3s to wound with all the choppers. In case you're wondering, the knob in each squad of these big squads has just got lots of choppers. No other massive guns of doom or weapons or things. 14 saves of 3 up. on your shining red dudes of doom.
3s. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 2.5 dead.
2.5. So at the end of the fight, it looks like this. I'm going to need a 1 for morale. I don't make him a 1 for morale. More boys choose to bugger off on 1s and 2s. That's another 3. That leaves 6 boys remaining with the knob, and that is the end of turn 3. And I've got them. I've got Murphy. I've got a truck on 1 wound and a Gorkanaut. Absolutely brutal game. I'm not sure there'll be anything left in turn 5 to score these objectives, but we'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I can't fall back. It's annoying that he's alive because I'm going to have to kill him to get somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a think about this as we go to Orks turn 4. Sultan moved 2 models.
Yeah.
The truck moved out of the way. The Gorkanaut stood over the Sanguinary Guard, which we're going to charge. Now we're going to shoot some guns. Gorkanaut shot everything into 2 models.
Yeah.
I killed 1. And then we charge. Okay, we charge. We make it in there. Now, that's a long charge, so we'll come around this way. And then we'll hit you with my big claw of doom, which is 5 attacks. I'm hitting you on 2s, 3s, because you're a Sanguinary Guard. Strength 16, I'm wounding on 2s. And that's AP -4? 6 damage, I think.
6 ups. Oh, makes one fails 2 dice.
Yeah, he gets picked up by the claw and crushed. Then we can consolidate a bit round this way. And then defenders get to fight first. Do you want to fight first with the jumpy dude into Murphy?
I do not know. We're going to start over here.
No, go on, hit Murphy first.
No, it's all right.
Okay, I don't get any saves now, though, because the war power energy's gone. No more
I
6
only
up
have 3
and
attacks per guy.
Right, okay.
So we hit on 3s.
Right. Well, you still hit many times.
And then we wound with strength +1, so we're wounding on 4s now, because we haven't got the +1 to wound.
Okay.
And we wound 4 times.
So you kill 4 of them?
Yeah.
What you're saying is, there's a chance.
There is a chance.
All right, I'll take 4 away. And then he'll pile in, right? And then we'll fight you back.
Yeah.
The war's gone. So 3 attacks, 4, 5 attacks. Which hit on 4s.
Wow.
And no more war energy. Winning you on 4s. And they're AP -1 on these shiny boys. So 4 3-up saves.
You kill 1 and injure 1.
Yay. I'd buy that for $1. Next combat. Can your sergeant actually put a wound on Murphy? You've got 3 attacks.
Yeah. Oh,
you get to fight back.
Let me have a go. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Okay, so 3s.
I'll let you have a go.
And then 5s.
4s because you're bloody... Oh, no, you didn't charge.
Yeah, 5s. He wounds twice. -1.
3-up saves then.
No.
We're okay.
No chance.
Might is right. 2s. And 2s. You need to make 6s. If you make 2 6s, he's okay.
No,
nothing
Imagine.
can withstand the might of Murphy's War. He moves around that way. Those 2 remaining guys need to take a morale test. I lost 4, so 1, 2, 3 will be okay. I'm okay. I pass a morale test finally.
My gosh.
And that's because Murphy's staring at them down the street. That is the end of turn 4. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 models left. You haven't got many more than me either.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
As we go on to Blood Angels turn 4. What are you thinking with your 10 models?
I'm thinking just run at Murphy.
I wouldn't. He's a terror.
Well,
He's a beast.
The other options are run away. And
I'd run away. That's what I would. If I was caught, if I was walking down a dark alley and Howler Mad Murphy came towards me, I would turn the other way.
Ask your audience if that's fun.
Are they seeing the rage?
They're seeing the rage. They're going to shoot the hell out of the truck and charge Murphy.
Okay.
Because then you're Gork not have to stay there if you want the objective.
Okay. And so that's the movement phase. You moved a unit.
Yeah.
Plasma inset to shoot Murphy.
Yeah. Shoot Murphy. Shoot truck. Kill.
Okay. 6d3 shots coming into Murphy as plasma rains from the sky, and that's okay. Gonna hit on 3s. This is your second attempt at shooting Murphy with lots of plasma. Wounding on 3s. This time it's better.
It is better.
This time it's 8 wounds. But he hasn't failed a save yet.
No.
This time he fails a chunk. He's on 3 wounds remaining. So what are you doing with Sanguinary Guard?
Well, they've got power. They've got a lot of attacks.
Yes.
And even though you're half in damage,
yes.
I only need to get 3 through.
Yes.
They have 25 attacks.
Have they?
Yeah,
oh yeah, of course.
They're wounding on 2s.
Okay. Why do they get 25 attacks? Oh yeah, the extra attack because it's the assault phase.
So I will plasma pistol this truck to death because it's another unit that's not scoring.
Cool. Okay, overcook it then.
No. It's got 1 wound. So hitting on 3s.
Yes. And then wounding on
3s.
Yeah,
right?
3s. Yeah. It's toughness 6. It doesn't have a save.
4,
It's gone. Does it blow up? It doesn't blow up. You get rid of the truck. That is the end of your shooting phase. Do you want to charge?
We're charging Murphy. Yeah.
Are you?
Yes.
This is madness.
But he's mad.
And that's a 6-inch charge plus 1 for the charge.
7. Yeah.
You go flying in there. Right. 3 wounds remaining. You've got 25 attacks. You're hitting on 4, sir, with your power fist.
Come on, lads. 4 Sanguinius and for Dante, who's healing. Bless him. Okay, there's some good hits.
Strength 8. Toughness 6. But 2's to wound.
Here we go.
Because you have plus 1 to wound.
Minus, it's your invuns.
Yeah, that's a lot of invulnerable saves.
A lot of invulnerable saves.
12 invulnerable saves.
Good luck.
You know you said for like the Emperor and Dingy Bob. Screw those guys. For Gork or possibly Morg.
Emperor says no.
Emperor says no. All right. Murphy falls. But before he falls, he's got a strat called Only in Death does duty end.
Orks is never beaten.
Or also known as. And he hits you on 2s.
3s.
3s?
And minus 1 to hit.
Damn you.
Damn me.
I wound you on 2s.
3s, I'm lying.
Minus 3, 2 damage. 5 up saves.
Oh, they're heroes! 2 die.
He takes down 2 of them before he gets... Well,
Crumped.
thank you, Stylus, for converting this from about 20 different packs.
Lovely.
It's a lovely thing, but he's gone now. Don't worry, he'll be back. They can stitch his head back on. That is the end of the Golden Boys. Oh no, we've got the other fight over here. Defenders get to fight first.
Yes, they do, but you hit on 4s now.
So Knob with my things.
There's no Murph.
Other guy, there is no Murph, but you've only got 3 wounds remaining. So 4's to hit you.
So you need
4's to wound you. I do 3 wounds at minus 1. If you can fail all your saves, then they get cut down.
Do I think I still have a command point, do I? I don't know. They're fine.
They're fine.
They're fine.
They're
I can't
fine.
remember if I do have a command pointer now.
Now they get to fight back. I think you spent them all.
I might have.
6 attacks each with the swords hitting on 3s. But you didn't charge. So
No.
you're winning on 4s. Which is why I'm filming it, because I
But
might be
killing on
okay.
4s.
I'm not okay.
Minus 4.
Actually, no, because the Knob has got 2 wounds.
Ooh,
So
that's
the
2
Knob's
damage.
on 1 wound each. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I am dead. That is the end
The hope flared and died.
of Blood Angel's turn 5. Turn 4. We're about to go on to turn 5, and I have a Gorkanaut left. But I've also got Gork or possibly Mork on my side as we go to boys turn 5. All right, this is the plan. I'm not on any objectives right now, and each of these objectives is worth 1 point, and we're both slaying each other's wall for D3 points.
Yeah.
Right. The plan is to shoot them, kill them, charge them. I'm on that objective.
I get some weird deja vu.
Take that one. It's going to be fine. I've got my CP back for ramming speed, so let's do this. Okay, I've got 2 rocket launchers for the Golden Boys, which is D3 shots each, and these will hit on 5s, and they miss. Damn it. Scorcher in the belly has 4 auto hits, and I do 3. I think it's strength 5. I need to check. It is strength 5 minus 1. 3 up saves.
Ooh, 1 is injured.
Set on fire. One of them set on fire. Twin big shooter on 5s. And these are wound on 3s. And they're AP dash, so that's 4 2-up saves.
Oh, sorry, I need to get another dice. There we go, we're fine.
Okay, so now it comes down to the Deathstorm Mega Shooter. First I've got to hit you. Shooting on Orks.
Uh-oh.
8 hits. Khorne wants it. Wounding on 3s. That is 6 wounds. That was a 1. 6 wounds at minus 1.
Oh, the one who's injured dies.
Okay. So, only kill 1 after all that shooting.
It's Orc.
Right, I have to do the ramming speed thing now and try and get through to them by going sideways. I can do that. So let's try and ram speed and get on an objective. 3d6.
That's...
Re-rolling with here we go. That is a failed charge because that'll be a 7-inch charge. That is the end of Orks. Turn 5. Here we are at the very end of the game. The Blood Angel's turn took about 10 seconds. I didn't even need to turn the camera off. These guys jumped that way. These guys jumped that way, and they advanced back that way, giving you 3 points to being on all these objectives. I get D3 for Slay the Warlord, so I get 2 points. You get D3 for Slay the Warlord. You get 6 points to 2.
Murphy's clearly more important than the Lord Commander of Imperium Nihilus.
Yes. much more important.
Take that. Murphy's more important than Dante.
It's 6 points to 2 in favour of the Blood Angels. It is a victory for the Astartes these days. However, the Orks had a fight. Therefore, the Orks won. It is a victory for the Orks, and this is the way the world ends.
I don't think Gilliman would have called this a victory.
What do you mean?
You know in the 10th Ed trailer where he's like,
victory,
and then the planets are all going red? Yeah, I mean, think about the amount of Marines, veteranries. These were all First Company that were lost here.
He didn't have any OBSEC.
Yeah. The amount of Marines that they lost here, and Dante injured.
And
I'd say the
Astaroth.
Orks won this in many... Well, Astaroth got kicked into orbit, didn't he?
Yeah.
So,
So we're definitely agreeing that the Orks won this day.
I think despite the fact we took our objectives and clearly what the Blood Angels were sent to do,
Yes.
they did.
Yes.
The casualties they sustained are unsustainable.
But at
whereas
what
the
cost?
Orks are just more fungus, more Orks.
Yeah.
Get back.
And do you notice the Gorkonaut is stood exactly where Murphy was? It's like he called it over while he's crawling on the ground like, here fella, come here. And he's clambered inside its belly.
Yeah.
And it's going to waddle off into the distance.
Well, likewise, this objective is where Dante fell, so the Blood Angels killed themselves to take it.
Yeah.
They need to rescue his body. This is Dante. This is the objective marker that has your name on it.
I can't remember the last time me and you played such a brutal game.
I'll be honest, I had some thoughts. I brought... When you said bring Dante, I was like, oh, bring a jump pack. And I showed up and I saw your list and I saw my list and I was like,
yeah,
I might have made a mistake here. I thought I brought something too rough.
Well...
but you know what?
That
was close as anything. Until that last second, that was close as anything.
I know. And it was... the dead pile is just spectacular. You killed... I mean, how many boys... I had like 90 infantry. They're all gone.
Yeah.
It was absolutely a slaughter. Anyway, thank you for coming down. Check out Salt and Plays and Salt and Plays YouTube channel.
Yay!
Battle mats by Urban Mats. Terrain here by GameMat.eu. Command point tokens by me. Check out marchofwar.co.uk for my command point tokens. The gloriously painted Murphy's Waaagh by Den of Imagination Painting Studios. And if you'd like to support me and get extra videos and things, then consider becoming a Tier 3 channel member. That unlocks all the shizzle. Anyway, we do hope you enjoyed that battle report. I'm really looking forward to 10th edition and hoping it has some simple pick-up games like this, which you can just play without breaking your brain about secondaries and all that sort of shenanigans.
I've got enough in life to break my brain on, not
Well, you have to put up playing with me. And I break your brain every now and then.
You've been great for job interviews.
Thanks.
If I can deal with you, I can deal with anything.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that battle report. Happy wargaming.
Bye.